Now going to prison for the ultimate dishonor, molesting a little girl. Leo Rudolph is a former reserve deputy with the Macomb County Sheriff's Office. He repeatedly raped his former girlfriend's 9-year-old daughter, then posted the pictures online. Rudolph learned his fate today. He's going to federal prison for 30 years for making and distributing child porn. Federal prison does not have parole. Investigators in Rochester Hills want to know who's been going around shooting up banks in a restaurant. Same thing happened back in November and December of last year. The most recent shootings happened this weekend at a Chase, National City, Fifth Third, and Citizens Bank. No one's been hurt in the shootings, but there has been about $50,000 in damage. Call 1-800-SPEAK-UP if you know anything. Your tip could be worth $1,000.
In Oregon, a display of faith gets 2 high school students suspended. Both students were wearing crucifixes. But the principal says that those crosses weren't worn to express their faith, but to show their gang affiliation. The kids insist they're not in a gang. One student says that his cross was a gift from his mom.
She felt bad because they're accusing us of being bad people when we're really not. I believe in Jesus and Virgin Mary, but I'm not in a gang.
Now, religious items are allowed at high school, but students may be asked to remove them if the principal believes that they are gang-related. So should students be allowed to wear religious symbols in school? Let us know what you think. Log on to myfoxdetroit.com and vote in our cyber poll. The results later in the newscast.
All right, we'll start with the Wings. They're off until tomorrow night when they'll take on Edmonton. Meanwhile, phone lines burning up around the league. Trade deadline set for tomorrow. Peter Forsberg today signed a contract to return to the Avalanche. There are plenty of rumors out there. One fact, the Wings have signed Darren McCarty to a 1-year deal. That move puts him a step closer to rejoining the squad after a 4-year absence. He's been playing with Grand Rapids. Now he's officially been assigned to the Griffins on a 14-day conditioning loan. He's also now available for the postseason if, and there is still an if involved, if he makes it back to the Wings. NFL, the Lions released quarterback Fernando Bryant today. He started all 16 games last year. The move expected, but certainly they find themselves with a major need there now. With Bryant gone and Travis Fisher, Keith Smith, and Stanley Wilson, all free agents, they have an interest in Brian Kelly, who recently brought out his contract in Tampa. College basketball, another tough break for Detroit Mercy in the midst of a very tough season. Leading scorer John Good will miss the remainder of the year with a knee injury. At 19.3 points per game, he led the Horizon League in scoring and ends his career in 21st place on the Titans' all-time list. UDM has 2 regular season games remaining. NASCAR, you saw it on Fox 2. Auto Club 500. Rain delayed the race last night. Back out today. 13 laps to go. Carl Edwards rushing by Jimmy Johnson on the inside. Took the lead, held on. Checkered flag, number 8 of his career. Jack Roush of Livonia, very happy team owner, and his first win of the year. Tough week at Daytona for them. They come back strong. Edwards with his signature backflip to celebrate. Johnson ended up second. Jeff Gordon was third. Busy night. Pistons taking on Denver. Highlights coming up on the Edge, plus the latest on a possible Sean Rogers trade for the Lions.
All right. Thank you. Thanks, Dan. A vintage Marine Corps jet teetering on the brink. What knocked it over? And what's being done to protect people from getting hurt?
It is now snowing outside of our studios here in Southfield. Let's take a look at the radar, and you'll see an expanding area of snow covering much of lower Michigan. We'll talk about how much is going to fall right after the break.
On the next morning show, a diet debate.
Does this weight loss program work?
Our health experts face off about Ally.
Tomorrow at 9 on Fox 2.
Fox Tuesday. The week belongs to Idol as a new 3-night edition kicks off.
You will be back here next week, trust me.
And the 10 remaining men give their all.
Tonight's the night, boys.
Then you get to vote for who goes on.
You make them or break them.
3 nights of American Idol begins Tuesday at 8/7 Central on Fox.
Hey, Jack. I thought you were getting a Toyota Corolla. Well, I was. Then I found out this Mazda 3's got more interior room, more standard horsepower, and been getting some great reviews. I don't see why anyone would get a Corolla.
Right now, lease a 2008 Mazda 3i 4-door Touring for $144 a month for 24 months with $2144 due with S-Plan lease signing. Discover a better way, the Zoom Zoom way, at your Mazda dealer now.
With most car insurance companies, when you have an accident, you have to run around town to get estimates, track down a rental car, and then you have to keep calling to see if your car is ready. With Progressive, just go to their concierge center. Give them a call, drop off your car, and they give you a rental. Progressive even guarantees the work.
Taking care of everything for you. And that's Progressive. Call or click today.
I want a Tim card.
The boat.
The coffee.
The car.
Tim card.
GPS.
Stoner coffee.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Wow.
Come in to Tim Hortons and play Roll Up the Rim to win. Prizes include new cars, Bayliner boats, Garmin navigation devices, Tim cards, and over 31 million food prizes.
Wow, you look incredible.
Oh,
now, is that the hearty chicken rotini diet?
No, it's the Manhattan clam chowder diet.
Oh, like it? I love it. What's different?
It's the turkey noodle diet.
It's working for you.
I'm on the beef and baked potato diet.
Me too.
You won't believe what you can eat while still watching your calories. Because 25 of your favorite Progresso soups are 100 calories or less per serving.
Is that chicken and wild rice? Yes.
Counting calories, count on Progresso.
A former Ohio police officer guilty of murder is now pleading for his own life.
Bobby Cutts Jr. convicted of killing his pregnant girlfriend. Now a jury must decide his fate. Jurors began deliberating today to decide if Cutts should get the death penalty. Cutts claimed he accidentally killed Jessie Davis, then panicked and dumped her body. Today, he apologized to his family and Davis's and begged for mercy.
I especially pray for the opportunity in any way to maintain a relationship with my family, especially my children, to be a part of their lives in the future. Ladies and gentlemen of the jury, I'm asking you to spare my life.
Jurors also heard from Cutts' parents and his sister. The prosecutor isn't calling any witnesses. The jury could take several days to decide whether to recommend the death sentence.
Two dangerous criminals off the streets tonight. Fox 2's Taryn Asher tells us how one woman's courage and quick police work put it into a crime spree.
Last Friday, a 25-year-old Detroit woman dialed 911 after she said she was carjacked, kidnapped, and raped. Thanks to the quick thinking of Lieutenant Eric Jones and the 3 Detroit police officers you see standing beside him, within hours, the dangerous criminals responsible were caught.
We contacted OnStar and began the satellite tracking process. We ended up locating the vehicle on the south end of our district. At that time, we set up surveillance in the area, and from that point on, we did some tracking and ended up locating the suspects.
Once these 4 found the stolen vehicle, they say they tracked the suspect's footprints in the snow. On the other end, the crime scene, a house on Belvedere, where they found 19-year-old Wenzel Abdullah and 22-year-old Dremel Landers. Police say both are not only responsible for the kidnapping and raping of a Detroit woman, but stealing this ATM from a Secretary of State office on 8 Mile back on January 8th. Officers also discovered a stolen van, 2 firearms, and evidence they say that linked one of the suspects to several other armed robberies in the area.
It feels great, and I think it should be noted that without her help, we probably wouldn't have got as far as we did, as quickly as we did. So maybe if the citizens can take leave from her, she was really instrumental in helping us make this arrest.
On Detroit's northeast side, Taryn Asher, Fox 2 News.
Traffic camera shows downtown getting some snow right now. The road's mainly wet there, but you can clearly see the flakes are flying across a good chunk of southeast Michigan, including downtown. Here's that snow advisory in effect for the overnight and for the daytime hours tomorrow. All of southeast Michigan, with the exception of Lapeer County, under this snow advisory. And most of us are going to see between 3 and 5 inches of snow before it all winds down tomorrow evening. The almanac today shows a quiet Monday for us. 33 the high, 23 the low. You can see the average high this time of year closer to 37. Remember, we're at the end of February now, so we're getting longer days and we're also getting warmer temperatures, and that'll really kick in for the month of March. Here are the highs today across the Great Lakes. 34 Chicago, 36 as far north as Traverse City. Even way out there in Minneapolis, they made it to 37. So we're not dealing with Arctic air with this next system. However, the snow is going to fall between now and late in the day tomorrow. Light snow at the airport with 30 degrees. Wind is very light out of the south at 3, and the pressure is holding steady at 29.85. Notice the numbers. A lot of us are right near the freezing point, but it's mostly snow falling, and temperatures really won't go up very much. In fact, they may dip a little bit as the snow picks up in intensity. You'll see no real cold air to be found on the map. 32 in Chicago, 33 in Traverse City, even 28 degrees there in Minneapolis, 34 down in Springfield, Illinois. But here's the system we're watching. You can clearly see this is all snow falling across northern Illinois, northern Indiana, now northern Ohio, and of course southern Michigan getting into the action with the snow. And this is just beginning. This storm is going to deepen. It's going to intensify as it moves off to the east. But we're going to see snow overnight. We're going to see snow tomorrow for much of the day. And here's a live look at Sky Tracker radar. You can see the edge of the snow right now is up along M59. So south of M59, there is snow falling, especially across Washtenaw County. You can see some of those deeper, darker blues. But the snow will be picking up overnight. Low pressure moves along the Ohio River tomorrow, and that is a favorable track for us to get a good 3 to 4 inch snowfall, and that's what we have in the forecast. Then a cold blast of air comes in for tomorrow night into the daytime hours for Wednesday and Thursday, and then more snow on Friday. Here's our forecast for the rest of tonight. Most of us getting between 1 and 2 inches, and as you know, that will make for some slow going tomorrow morning. Give yourself some time down to 30. Tomorrow will feature periods of snow when it's all said and done. A lot of us getting between 3 and 5 inches, 32 the daytime high tomorrow. And then you'll see Wednesday and Thursday are quiet, cool days for us. Daytime highs in the middle 20s, and then another round, Sherry, of a couple of inches of snow in the Friday forecast. So we're still in February. It's still winter. Check the calendar. We have a very wintry forecast this week.
You always direct that at me, like, you know.
Well, you love the snow.
Yeah, you love the cold and the snow. Yes, she does.
Right?
Thanks, Rich.
Okay, Sherry.
Well, when it gets cold here, a lot of people want to head to Florida, but, you know, they've got their problems there, too. Check this out. Off the coast of Boynton Beach, yeah, hundreds of sharks. And they're preparing to mate just 200 yards offshore. The sharks typically stay further away, but over the weekend, there was a deadly shark attack about 50 miles off the coast of Fort Lauderdale. In California, it's not the sharks, it's strong winds causing problems. A weekend storm toppled a Marine Corps jet on display. Police and firefighters have blocked off the area to protect people in case the aircraft falls any further.
You've seen the Hit Fox show, Moment of Truth. Now you can build your own lie detector. But is it really worth the trouble? That's tonight's Fox Focus.
Stocks rally and Visa charging ahead, trying to make history. The Your World Business Report coming up.
From the geniuses behind Dumb and Dumber, UnHitched premieres Sunday, March 2nd on Fox.
Can your car play every song you own? Play track, let it roll. And can it make phone calls all with the sound of your voice? Call Amy.
Hi, this is Amy.
Be right there. If it's the attention-getting Mercury Milan, it can. Milan's the only midsize car with Sync, powered by Microsoft.
Now lease a well-equipped Milan with Sync for only $189 a month.
Don't take my word for it. Search Mercury Milan and see for yourself.
Hey, Tigers fans, the 2008 season is coming up fast. Will you be there for great moments like this?
Curtis Granderson, 2020.
Or this?
Verlander has just thrown the no-hitter.
How about this?
Nobody can cool down Maglio.
When the next great play happens.
Oh!
With Renteria, Cabrera, and Willis on board, will you be in on the action? Individual tickets go on sale March 1st at 10 a.m. So call 866-66-TIGER or visit tigers.com.
Change it up a bit, and you're sure to get a reaction. Don't let erectile dysfunction slow things down. Viagra, America's most prescribed ED treatment, can help you enjoy a more satisfying sexual experience. To learn more, cruise on over to Viagra.com. Ask your doctor if your heart is healthy enough for sex. Don't take Viagra if you take nitrates for chest pain, as it may cause an unsafe drop in blood pressure. Side effects may include headache, flushing, upset stomach, and abnormal vision. To avoid long-term injury, seek immediate medical help for an erection lasting more than 4 hours. Stop taking Viagra and call your doctor right away if you experience a sudden decrease in vision or hearing. Now's the time to get moving and ask your doctor if Viagra is right for you.
How do you improve a work of art?
This is me.
Put your own signature on it. The 2008 Chrysler 300. A perfect canvas for the artist inside you.
Come and take a ride.
Chrysler 300. Engineered beautifully. Well-qualified returning Chrysler LLC employee lessees can get a low-mileage lease on the Chrysler 300 for just $179 a month and $1875 due at signing.
Stocks rally on hopes the housing market has finally hit bottom. Existing home sales dipping a fraction last month, but everyone was bracing for something far worse. The Dow gaining 189 points, the Nasdaq and S&P also rising sharply. And Getty Images shares soaring 30% on the day. The private equity firm agreeing to buy that stock photo and video company for $2.4 billion, including debt. And Visa's looking to go public and looking to make some history while it's at it. The credit card company expecting to raise nearly $19 billion from an initial public offering. That would be the biggest IPO in American history. And Dr. Dre doctoring up a line of drinks. The rapper and music producer will put his name on both alcoholic and soft drinks. And first one is a premium cognac. Dre is also working on a new album called Detox. I'm not kidding. That's business. I'm Neil Cavuto.
People in Romulus are finding a plan to expand Metro Airport, a plan they say would displace thousands of people. Romulus City Council meeting tonight to hear from concerned residents. Supporters say that the 20-year master plan would help the entire region keep pace with growing air traffic. But people opposed to the expansion say it would needlessly force them out of their homes.
I was going to retire in 3 years, 4 years, sell my house and move out of the state. Now I can't do that. The airport has essentially put a lien on every one of our houses.
Why does the airport need 5 runways? Chicago, which is the busiest airport in the U.S., has 2 parallel runways. They handle probably double the traffic Detroit does.
Now, if the plan goes through, more than 3,000 families would have to move. About 50 businesses would be wiped out. City Council introduced a resolution to oppose the airport expansion plan. Not one person at that meeting supported the plan.
Tons of beef intended for school lunches is instead headed for the landfill. The beef was among 143 million pounds recalled from a California meat company after undercover video showed workers abusing sick cows. A third of the beef was meant for school lunch programs, including some right here in Michigan. So far, no illnesses have been reported, but health officials don't want to take any chances.
He said, take the car, but not my tools. I explained to him that I was a disabled veteran, and I have a disabled veteran plate on my vehicle. And he hit me with the weapon.
The carjackers ignored him.
Also tonight, how to get a latte for less, a lot less. The espresso wars percolating to a feverish money-saving pitch. How to get a cup of high-class brew for less than $1 on The Edge tonight at 11.
Wednesday, 10 to 10 at Gardner-White. You get 12 hours of non-stop furniture deals that will never be repeated. Wednesday, 10 to 10. You get quality and style at bargain basement prices. This microfiber dual reclining sofa, Wednesday only, a steal at just $4.99. We have hundreds of deals just this good. And Wednesday, 10 to 10, you pay no interest till 2012. And we pay your sales tax or get $500 cash back. Time is running out. Save more Wednesday, 10 to 10, only at Gardner-White.
That's a lot of stuff.
That's a lot of stuff.
That's not even the half of it.
Yeah, you could use some Stone Go CD.
Mm-hmm.
The New Day special value packages are here. Get Stow and Go seating and storage plus stain-resistant fabric at no extra charge on Dodge Grand Caravan SE, part of America's best-selling minivans. Very well-qualified returning employee lessees get a low-mileage lease on Grand Caravan SXT for $169 a month. It's a new day. Dodge.
My name's Anthony. This is my brother, James.
Don't put your hand up. Identical twins, actually.
Polar
A to
opposites.
Z. Anthony's a little bit more, I would say, blunt. He was in the Glee Club. I have a job.
Don't put your hand up.
I love Boston Market's new Chipotle meatloaf. You don't always have to cut me off. It's like spicy and smoky. Stop it. Bold and spicy.
Boston Market's new Chipotle meatloaf. It's a taste everyone will love. With 2 gourmet sides for just $6.99. You better hurry. It won't last long.
Every day, there are thousands of people waiting for an organ or tissue transplant. I'm waiting. When you think about organ donation, think about me. Thank you. Thank you.
Thank you for giving me the gift of life.
I'm Lila Lazarus. Take a look at these kids. You're looking at who you help when you support organ donation. Volunteer, donate, or join the Organ Donor Registry. Call the International Association for Organ Donation at 313-745-2235 or go to myfoxdetroit.com.
Life with kids is hectic. I'm Sherry Margolis, Fox 2 News anchor and mother. As a parent, we can all use a little help, whether it's making sure you're informed about what your children are learning in school, staying connected with technology, or dealing with the tough issues today's kids have to face. Fox 2's Parent to Parent can help. Real stories, useful information, parenting news that can work for you.
Look for Parent to Parent during Fox 2 News, brought to you by Art Van Furniture. We do more for you.
Tonight, Crime Stoppers looking for 2 women who keep running away from the long arm of the law. Adrienne Neal is wanted on charges of molesting an 11-year-old girl in Phoenix, Arizona. It's believed that Neal is back here in Metro Detroit, where she has family. Police are also looking for Irina Lozinska. She's a Polish native who worked as a house cleaner in Farmington Hills. Police believe that she helped herself to some of her employer's belongings. If you know where either woman may be, call 1-800-SPEAK-UP.
Detroit police still searching for 3 suspects who gunned down a church custodian. His grieving family wants to know what happened. Last July, 59-year-old Melvin Grant was waiting for a bus when he was approached by 3 teenagers. They shot him several times, then took off. Grant legally carried a gun, but never fired back. Family members think the shooting was some sort of gang initiation.
Anybody else would have took his gun and took his money out of his pocket. His gun was still in his hand, and his money was still there.
If you have any information about Melvin Grant's murder, call Detroit Police or 1-800-SPEAK-UP.
Armed carjackers steal more than a man's vehicle. They take his livelihood. As Fox 2's Bill Gallagher shows us, the victim is a disabled former Marine who needs help now recovering from this crime.
I asked them to drop the tools off. I told them they can have the vehicle, just give me the tools.
Dudley Powell was driving his 1996 gold Yukon at the intersection of Elmo and Christie last Thursday night when 3 men in a metallic blue neon pulled up near him and asked him if he was interested in buying auto parts.
I stated that I wasn't interested in the parts, and then at that time, the driver brandished a firearm and forced me out of the vehicle.
Dudley tried to reason with the carjackers.
I explained to him that I was a disabled veteran, and I have a disabled veteran plate on my vehicle. And he hit me with the weapon, and I just was like, you know, just take the vehicle.
The carjacking here was a harrowing experience for the combat-seasoned ex-Marine.
Actually, I was more scared here. I mean, Persian Gulf wasn't the problem, because I knew who my enemy was.
Dudley does plumbing and home heating repairs. He's got jobs already lined up, but his tools and electrical testing equipment disappeared with his vehicle in spite of his pleas to the carjackers.
Those tools was like a fisherman trying to fish and eat. I mean, those are essential to me. That's what I need to feed my family. Without those tools, I can't troubleshoot. I can't do anything.
Detroit police are investigating the carjacking as Dudley Powell struggles to get new tools to support his family. In Detroit, Bill Gallagher, Fox 2 News.
I'm screaming there at my desk, pick him up, pick him up, pick him up, and she proceeds to look at him and continue on doing whatever she was doing, and that went on for 6 minutes.
A mother watches in disbelief at how her nanny mistreats her newborn twins. What else she saw on the tape and why she wants to share it. And earlier this hour, we asked you to vote in our cyber poll. Should kids be able to wear religious items to school? So far, 96% say yes, 4% say no. Go to myfoxdetroit.com. Tell us what you think.
Fox 2.
The only Detroit station with the full Weather Authority forecast in the first 10 minutes.
Can't stay up much past 11, so getting the weather first is important to me.
That's a real good idea. Having it early is much better.
Because that's what I'm usually looking for.
No wonder people are switching.
You don't want to wait till the end of the broadcast to watch weather.
Fox 2 News Edge at 11 tonight.
Every Toyota SUV can take you beyond expectations. But which one is for you? A new FJ with up to $1,000 cash back. Lease a new 08 RAV4 for just $259 a month. Or choose a new 08 4Runner, now with 1.9 financing or $1,200 cash back. Wherever you want to go, Toyota can take you beyond expectations. For a dealer near you, visit buyatoyota.com.
Fox 2 News real-time closed captioning. Brought to you by Wallside Windows. We can do that. We are the factory. 1-800-521-7800. Fox 2 News. Working for you. On air and online.
Ladies and gentlemen, the President of the United States.
The Saturn President's Day sale is here. Rethink what it means to save with great deals on select 08s. Hurry.
Represented the people of Michigan for over 39 years.